Hey guys, it's me, Max Dean. I haven't recorded a video in several days, but had something pretty devastating happen. We lost one of our family dogs. Her name was Penny Lane, named after one of the Beatles songs and a character in the movie Almost Famous that Kate Hudson played. And when I got Penny, she was like about 6 weeks old. In I want to say it was around 2004, 2005, probably closer to 2004, and she was just reached her limit in this world. You know, it was time for her to move on, and she did. When I first got her, I don't know how, but she had gotten sick with the parvovirus, and I didn't know what to do. You know, I knew that it was gonna kill her if I didn't act soon. So I rushed her to the vet, and they told me what she had and that it was early enough that they could fix her, you know, cure her. And so that was right around Christmas of 2004, I want to say. And when I finally got a call from the doctor that said, hey, she's fine, we got her on an IV for fluids and she's gonna be okay, but we want to keep her for another day, I was so relieved. And we had a family Christmas party that night. We used to always do a white elephant Christmas party where people bring a gift that's, you know, $20 or less, and it's usually some kind of a gag gift or homemade gift in there. Pretty funny. Well, that night I had taken my friend Crystal to the party, and it's always a theme party. That year it was ugly Christmas sweater party, and I participate in everything. So when we showed up, I hadn't gotten us anything to wear, so we just showed up dressed, you know, Christmassy, and everybody was kind of, you know, like, what's going on, what? And then I explained about the dog, and you know, they didn't really understand. I think that my brother Carlos was probably the only one, my mom were the only ones who really understood why I didn't participate. And it was because I was so concerned about Penny Lane getting healthy that I wasn't thinking about anything else. Nothing else was important to me, and especially not a party. You know, partying was the last thing on my mind. But nevertheless, she got through it, and then we hadn't had a problem with Penny Lane after that. And we loved her so much. She was such a good dog. Right here on the center of her chest, excuse me, I tapped the mic. On the center of her chest, she had a calic, you know, where the hair shifts certain directions. Well, she had a calic on her chest, right in the center of a heart. I mean, a perfect heart. I've shown it on the vlog when I was doing the vlog every day, and introduced you guys to her. And she was just such a loving dog. When she got that parvo, it kind of stunted her growth a little bit. So for her to be a full-grown boxer, she was relatively small and extra loving. Like, that experience in her life, in a way, kind of made her a better dog, a better companion, because she was never violent. She was never, you know, like, she wasn't a start barking at people walking on the sidewalk type of, nothing like that. Nothing like her big brother Texas, who passed away, a couple years ago. Texas was, my baby boy, and he was a monster. He was huge, and he was a boxer. He was her brother from another litter of puppies that had come before her anyway. And when I first bought my property, I had 5 acres. And when I first bought it, we took Texas out there, but I was so afraid to let him run around freely that a car would hit him, because I was right by the highway, that I had him on a long chain. I got one of those restraints that with he was able to get around, definitely like a 40-foot diameter. But knowing that Penny Lane wasn't the type to act nuts and just jolt off, she would always stay right there. We didn't put her on that similar kind of a leash, and they probably would have got tangled up and all that. So it was funny because Tex was the dominant figure, and kind of got his way about everything. And in this case, my brother and I were there, and we're doing something at the house, probably working on something, fixing something, and Texas is pouting by just laying there like we have him, like he's being tortured, but he absolutely was not. And he's just laying there pouting, and I guess Penny finally realized, like, he is immobilized, like she has freedom and he doesn't. So she was running around him in these huge circles that were on every pass getting a little bit smaller, a little bit tighter, a little bit tighter, and we're just looking at her. And she had done it once or twice before we started really paying attention to what she's doing. Texas is in the center, and she does this huge circle. I mean, I had a lot of property. She did this huge circle, hauling ass, running as fast as she can in these circles, and they're gradually getting smaller circles, like like a spiral. And then right when she gets real close to him, she starts doing a figure eight, a figure eight, a figure eight, a figure eight, and then flops down on her side right in front of him and just lays there, like out of breath. It was so funny, and he's just looking at her like, bitch. That was pretty good. Anyway, that's it for Penny Lane now. She's off to heaven, and I'm glad that she's not, if she was suffering at all, but she wasn't as far as I know. I'm glad that she's home with Texas now, and her mama, and any of her other brothers and sisters that may have moved on as well. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm Max Dean. Bless you, Penny Lane. We got another video coming up soon. I'm doing some Bruce Lee. If you can't tell who that is, that's Bruce Lee. And there's a saying in there. It says, there's no weapon more deadly than the will. So, there's that. Okay. Thank you again. I'm Max Dean. Bless you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.